Well, I accidentally picked the wrong pet. Oops. I was supposed to start off with the Kunchong Hatchling, not donuts. Oh, this isn't that bad actually. Is he gonna try to sunlight me? If he does, I'm going to deny that and just go for some Call Darknesses. There's the sunlight. Wow, he's faster than me. That's sad. It's funny how a pet with terrible stats is top tier because of its moveset. Like, the Singing Sunflower, it has below average attack and below average speed, and yet it's top tier because it has sunlight and photosynthesis. Are there different breeds of it? It also has good health though, I mean, let's not lie there. Sadly, darkness doesn't actually reduce the healing of photosynthesis. It just stops it from double oh my god, did he go for another solar beam? Oh, yeah, what else is he gonna do? Swap out with photosynthesis and darkness? Like, that's only a good ability. Does he have a swap? I'm not sure if he does. Let me go into the Droplet of Yashiraj. He's going for a flamethrower. There's a good chance he has Puppies of the Flame, in which case I don't really care. Super Bark, oh my god, I took so much damage. Alright, let's go for Swallow You Whole. Yeah, he has Puppies of the Flame. I wasn't sure if he had that or not, which means I can get a couple of turns of Dreadful Breath on this Ragnaros in the back line. Even if it misses the Corgi, I should get one more Dreadful Breath before these puppies kill me. I still have this guy in the back row. I could use Dreadful Breath on this guy too and just end off with the Kunchong Hatchling. There's a good chance he also has Sons of the Flame though. Whatever. I still have Cleansing Rain up, so I can get off at least 2 more rounds of Dreadful Breath. One of them will just be with the... whoa, I survived 3 more turns of Dreadful Breath. Never mind. 2 of them will just be with the Undead Racial. That's fine. It'll kind of like counteracts the Cleansing Rain effect. It's weird that Dreadful Breath does more damage under Cleansing Rain, despite the fact that it's not like an aquatic move. There must be a lore reason for that. Super Bark. If I set up Pheromones, that should kill Ragnaros in the back row. And all I need to do is just survive 3 turns in order to Puppies of the... Does Pheromones count him as poisoned? Nope. I just need to survive long enough for this Puncture Wound to kill him. If I can do it, this is my win. Don't die. Oh, okay, that doesn't hit as hard as I thought it did. Yeah, Puncture Wound destroyed him, and Pheromones killed Ragnaros in the back row. Enough AoE damage where it didn't even matter. Okay, I accidentally brought out the Scourged Whelpling first. I wasn't supposed to do that. I just clicked on it when I was turning on my recording software by mistake. Because with this team, what you want to do is start with Kovok, usually. I don't have Kovok in this team. I have the Kunchong Hatchling instead. Opponent declined because it has such a high attack power value. It seems like it should do better than Kovok. Because, I mean, 345 attack with Pheromones? That sounds ridiculous, but in my experience, it hasn't performed as well as Kovok. Turns out Kovok's speed of like 305 really helps. You know, make sure you actually get through all 3 of your abilities. Like this guy, even with 1500 health, I found that he dies like before he can get off 3 abilities. Because like the strategy you want to do is you Poison Fang first, and then pheromones, and then puncture wound. Although, that's not really the case. What you want to do is make sure you have poison fang up when you puncture wound. So the ideal thing would be to poison fang first, and then puncture wound, and then pheromones. Because you want to get puncture wound off cooldown immediately. But with Kovok, he has Black Claw instead of puncture wound. Actually, I think he might also have puncture wound. You just use Black Claw because it's better. Oh. Oh, one of his pets is a rare. Isn't even blue. And none of them are good. Like, there was the heyday in which Graves used to be good. You only ever get off one pheromones when you use this guy. So it doesn't really matter when you use it. I'm gonna go for the puncture wound. This is probably a newer player. I don't actually expect him to swap out. So I don't even need to worry about playing games with a puncture wound and having to use poison twice to make sure it goes off. You know, if I stay in, 50%, 25% more damage. Nah, I'll just swap. With the amount of health he has left, as long as he doesn't AoE, he does have an AoE user. I was gonna say he should be able to get off one more attack. Nah, I probably should just let him die. Well, whatever. I can get some AoE damage going. And then Dreadful Breath spam. I was finally able to snag a power Droplet of Yashiraj. Because before I used to have the power balance breed, which wasn't as powerful. And I had lots of success with it, and the only advantages it had was slightly more health. Okay. I should be back now. I forget. Last time when I used to record these videos all the time, like the best time to record these videos for me is like in the morning, during the day, sort of. Because, wow, this Graves is doing work. Those two consumed corpses, oh my god. He actually might be able to do this. We should kill each other right here, and since I have the Kunchong Hatchling in the back row, let's go for a Call Darkness. Yeah, we're both going to kill each other, and then we'll both just have the Undead Racial. And since the Kunchong Hatchling survived in the back row, that should be enough for a win. Right to donuts. Easy peasy. Oh, it's a good thing I swapped him out, I guess. Even if he got AoE twice. Oh boy. Well, Dreadful Breath teams. Still decent, I guess. I didn't really go against a good team, though. And even then, I only barely won. I guess this version isn't very good. Really needs Kovok. Kovok is so much better. It's so sad because this seems so good. Like, pheromones with so much attack power. It's decent, though. Let's see. Final thoughts on this team? Since I'm not going to do another match. Since, like, Dreadful Breath teams, they're good. They're kind of boring to watch, though. Kind of boring to play as well. I'd like to try them out every once in a while, though, just to see if I can find another good, like, third slot for it. Because I've found, like, Kovok Nation is usually the best version of this team. Where you play Kovok. Where's Kovok at? You use Kovok and the Weebomination as the last slot pet. And this is usually like the dream combo right here. Because you start off with Kovok, who basically does his thing and dies, but does so much damage before he kicks the bucket. And then you go in the Droplet of Yashiraj, who just acid rains and Dreadful Breaths, because it's a lot of AoE damage. And then when he dies, Weebomination comes in to just clean house. He'll cleave and cleave and cleave, and then he'll eat the two corpses and just keep cleaving. This is the best version of the team. This one, it did okay against mediocre teams, which means it's not as good.